Hey guys, welcome to the Weekly Kickoff. I'm Natalie Rydstrom. I've got two guests joining me today, Big Man on Campus and Alex from Need for Tips. Guys, great to have you back on the show this week.
Hey Nat, always good to be back. Always looking forward to chatting soccer with you guys. Always a good time.
Great stuff.
Well,
Alex, how you
welcome back.
doing?
Welcome back, Natalie. Hope that you will not go away any soon now. We are glad to have you back. You were missed also by us, especially but also our viewers. Everyone was asking about you, so we are really happy to have you back.
Well, it's great to be back, but Big Man, you did an awesome job. You rock at your presenting there. So you did a good job with the Weekly Kickoff. But let's get started now. I sort of like showed my face last week, and we were talking about Manchester United and the defeat. Now we come and we're talking about Manchester United and the win. Obviously, it was a late goal. I think it was the 80th minute. They did seal the win there against Tottenham. But interestingly, here, as we've got in the blurb and we've got it on the title. No Kane, no gain. Was it the fact that Harry Kane was not taking part that obviously gave Manchester United that win? What went wrong for Tottenham, right for Manchester United? Alex, start us off.
Yeah, it was a really poor game. It was really boring from my point of view. Yeah, Kane was one of the main reasons for that defeat of Tottenham. I think that the draw was better than the 3 points for Manchester United. If you saw the match, you will say, okay, a draw is the correct result. But unfortunately for Tottenham, Manchester United won. And yes, no Kane, no gain. For sure that he was missed. He was ruled out for that match. Pochettino wanted him not to risk him before the clash with Real Madrid from the Champions League, when he will be back to help his team and to give them a boost of confidence. But I'm absolutely 100% that without Kane, Tottenham will be more really down in the stand.
Yeah, and it was many people's bets as well, a draw, no bet, or a draw. Big Man, did you have any bets for this match?
No, I actually took the under. I said if Kane didn't play, I'm not interested in Tottenham, and I took the under. I thought, look, truth of the matter is when Harry Kane doesn't play, they don't have a very good chance to beat anyone at a high level. I just don't really trust Heung-min Son. I'm not sure why Llorente wasn't in there starting, if you ask me. But yeah, look, I mean, to beat a good side like United, you're going to need your best players. And Harry Kane scored 99 Premier League goals. I mean, he is that team. He is that. It's like if you take Ronaldo off of a team or you take Messi. I mean, unfortunately, Tottenham doesn't have. I mean, I know they have some really good players, but they don't have the ability to just take him off the team and expect to play the same way. It's just not going to happen. It's like taking, Allen Iverson off the Sixers when they went to the title. I mean, he was the team. I'm not saying it's that extent, but Harry Kane is everything to Tottenham. And look, I mean, it's a shame they couldn't get a draw. They allowed the late goal, but that just shows you how much you need Harry Kane. They're going to definitely need him over the week. You got to have him in there, and I don't know that he's 100% to play this week.
Yeah. No, listen, obviously straight after this show, we're previewing Champions League fixtures Tuesday and Wednesday. Tottenham, huge game when they host Real Madrid. Does this match reflect anything, or does it really say that they had their eye also on the Real Madrid match, Big Man?
No, I really just think it was Harry Kane not being there. I think if Harry Kane's in there, they definitely get at least a draw out of it and maybe even win the game. I just they have to have him in there. It's to me, he's very important. And look, they may have been looking ahead, but I don't know how you can look ahead against United. United, you're looking up at. It's not like they're behind you in the Premier League. It's not like you really have the ability to do that. They could maybe do that against a Huddersfield or a Brighton, but you can't be doing that against Manchester City or Manchester United. No, it was Harry Kane. If he's in there, it's a better outcome for them.
Yeah, yeah. What about you, Alex, as well? Tottenham and Manchester United's chances, obviously, this week. Obviously, the bigger, tougher match for Tottenham there. Should Tottenham be worried at all when they host Real Madrid?
They should worry if they don't have Kane. Milon Sharafat is asking if Kane is available for the Champions League game. Till now, yeah, he's available. We don't have news updates or stuff like that from Tottenham, but it's really bad when a team stays in one player. You will not see Manchester City staying in one player. With Aguero missing, they started to score more than before Aguero. Doesn't matter for Manchester City who will be injured for them. But yeah, like Big Man said, for Tottenham is Kane, for Barcelona is Messi. For Real Madrid, I don't know about Cristiano Ronaldo because he has the worst rate conversion in the top 5 European soccer. This 2.5% this season for Cristiano Ronaldo. So such a poor shape for him. Poor guy.
Now, obviously, another match wanted to discuss Leicester versus Everton. Everton failed to score at Leicester, losing 2-0. There could be some value if you wanted to play them to be relegated at 11. Is this a long shot bet? There are many people saying that there is value in this. Alex, what do you think?
11-1, yeah, for Everton to be relegated right now. They have the next 4 matches in Premier League against Watford at home, which I think that is a really big clash for Everton right now. Away with Crystal Palace and with Southampton, and home with West Ham. Interesting fixtures for Everton. I think that if they will get at least 6 points from these 4 fixtures, no, they will not relegate. But if they take less, it depends. They looked like a really poor team. Leicester did an amazing match, and congrats, Big Man and Flash, that they predicted a home win. I went with both teams to score. Everton couldn't find the back of the net. Yeah, they missed some great opportunities, but they are not the kind of the team to put problems to a really good Leicester right now. So if Leicester is winning comfortably 2-0 against Everton, I think that is a really huge problem at Everton. Even after sacking their manager, I think that they should look for really good replacements right now, and the January transfer break will mean a lot for Everton.
Yeah. Big Man, are you playing any relegation markets right now? Like if you look at the Premier League relegation markets, Crystal Palace are the favourites there, 1.83. Some could argue there is value. There's obviously a long wait for the return for your cash. But what teams have you got your eye on to be relegated?
I'll be real. I'd rather play Everton to make the top 10 as opposed to get relegated. They're 5 points back at the top 10. I mean, it's way too early to say they're relegated. They have better players than a lot of these teams. Swansea's getting relegated, if you ask me. West Ham United's been a dreadful mess. West Bromwich Albion has no players that compare to what Everton has. They'll make a coaching move. Huddersfield will fall back. Brighton will fall back. I don't think Burnley can withstand the way they played all year. I'm pretty much buying low on Everton and Leicester City. Leicester City is a very intriguing team. I'm really high on them going forward. You're going to get good prices with them. Many people don't think Claude Puel will work there. They looked fantastic yesterday. It may have just been Everton they were playing against, but Damari Gray in that lineup, what a player he is. I think he's going to add a ton to that group. Vardy looked good. They didn't play like we thought they would. I think they're a team that I'm really looking forward to. But as far as relegation, I just don't think Crystal Palace can rescue themselves. I'll say a Swansea City will be in that group. And I got to be honest, I think Brighton will fall back. They just don't score goals. They remind me a lot of Middlesbrough a lot. At least Huddersfield, you have Mounier and Moy and those kind of people. Plus, they're well coached. But yeah, those would be the teams I'll go for. But I'd be more inclined to take an Everton top 10 bet as opposed to them failing. I think they're more positive than negative going forward. I think they will be at least.
Yeah. Alex, what other teams have you got your eye on to be relegated? Do you think Huddersfield are right there to be third favourite to be relegated?
No, Huddersfield absolutely, they will not get relegated. I think Crystal Palace, we thought that they will bounce back and start winning some matches, but they look like a relegated team. Also, I cannot agree more with Big Man here. Swansea, one of the relegation team, and Bournemouth, of course. West Ham, I don't think so, because eventually they will sack Bilic and they will get a new trainer. They cannot stand it more than what he's doing now inside the team absolutely disaster. He's a really bad coach this season. Yes, I think that he did a good job in the last season, but this season he doesn't. I don't know what's happening to them. I think that they are on drugs. I don't know what is happening with them. Anyway, Lake Show says that your husband is a very lucky man. You know your soccer very well, and you are also beautiful.
I haven't got, Joe, it's a new setup. I'm in the studio today. I don't know if everybody noticed I'm somewhere different. I've got more of a professional setup. So I've got my laptop in front of me, but I do not have the comments. So yeah, do let me know everything that's been said. Also,
Hey, Nat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just want to add something on Everton really quick. You look at, okay, basically from Watford to the bottom of the table, okay? Off on paper, is there anyone on paper better than Everton in that group? I mean, let's be real. I mean, from 7 to the bottom, I can get Everton at 41 to finish in the top 6. They're only like 8 points back. We're in week 10. There's no team, maybe other than Leicester City, that really worries me here. There just isn't. I mean, you're going to tell me Watford's not going to fall back? Newcastle's going to maintain this? Southampton can't score goals if I was defending them. I mean, there's literally no one from 7 to 20 that I think's more talented than Everton. Everton needs a leader. If they can go out and find that leader, which I'm basically banking on the fact that they will, and they do something by January, I think they can do something here. Maybe, I don't know. You gotta get some sort of new blood in there. Get a leader. Get a guy that can lead your team. At 41, who's to say they can't make a move up the table? None of these teams are that good.
I would certainly say that there is value. There's a possibility, there's a long shot bet, and certainly wait and see what is going to happen in the January transfer window. And I think that is the big if. Alex, do you think that they are going to make the sort of the crucial changes that could see them in the top 6? I personally think they're going to fall just short, but and I do like your top 10 finish bet. Alex, do you think they will make those crucial changes?
Top 10, yeah. Top 10, they might. Top 6, no, never.
At 41,
they thought Rooney.
At 41.
Yeah, but when you look, big man, we have City, United, Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool. I don't think that they can
right, and they're going to finish
to one of them.
Right, and they're going to. So yeah, I don't have to worry about them. They're finishing at the top 5. Arsenal, I mean, if Everton make a coaching change, Arsenal's nothing special. Liverpool's can't defend. They can't defend anybody. All I'm saying is the Premier League this year is not good over.
With Rooney?
I'm not saying with Rooney. I'm saying if they go out and make a change, they need a striker. Everywhere else, they're pretty solid. They have good midfield. Defending, I mean, they're a little old. Maybe they need to improve there. They got a great goalkeeper. They're not led correctly. I mean, it was tough long term to go into Everton and win. They were a great defensive side. They just need a striker. They need maybe an added defender. I don't think they're that far off. At 40 to 41, I don't think it's a terrible decision.
Exactly as you said, big man. They need a lot of stuff. They need a lot of changes. They will happen in the January transfer break, maybe. But even if it will happen in January, they don't have time to readapt for the second half of the Premier League. I think that maybe for the next year we will talk about the top 6, but this year for sure no.
What other matches or wins did you guys have this weekend? Maybe like surprising matches or again made you a lot of money. Big man, going to start with you.
Well, I actually I took a punt on the draw under 2.5 in the Brighton game yesterday. I really didn't. I think it was 3.6. I got that at. I don't play them often, but a lot of the time, when Flash always says when you can't decide on a side, take the draw. Both those teams, great defensive groups, not a lot of firepower. 6 minutes in, they score a goal. I'm thinking, well, this one has no shot, but they really kind of equaled off and it was a tough game to watch, but that one came in. It was a nice play. I was definitely, annoyed with Watford and Stoke City. I thought that'd be a little bit more high scoring of a game. It seems like ever since Troy Deeney made those comments about Arsenal with no cojones, they've really showed up with no cojones lately. I mean, they've really tailed off a little bit, Watford. But overall, it was a pretty good weekend. I mean, I've done well with the Premier League punters. I really just need to straighten it out and stop messing with the smaller leagues. The smaller leagues have really gotten me. But yeah, overall, it was a good weekend. Arsenal with a nice win. They didn't play well, but they got the win. 3 points matters. But yeah, the draw under 2.5 was big in Brighton, Southampton.
Alex, what about you?
Premier League, it wasn't my best week in Premier League. I think that Flash and Big Man had a beautiful week in Premier League, but I had a really good week at the Best Bet show. I'm waiting also for Inter and the over 2.5 goals today, starting in 15 minutes. Juventus won 2-0 at Evans. It was a great game to see Juventus winning 2-0 away at Milan. Uh, uh, Valencia and Lazio, my double of the week, won also. City didn't cover the minus 1.5 the Asian handicap. They conceded in the extra time of the match, so that was bad. And Lazio didn't disappointed at minus 1.5 against the mighty Benevento. So we are betting Benevento all season long against them, of course. But the most shocking defeat this weekend, it was Real Madrid against the newly promoted Girona.
Mm-hmm.
Real Madrid haven't lost to a newly promoted side since 1990, 27 years, and without any loss against the newly promoted side. Shocking, really, to see, and it well deserved. Not like Real Madrid had 25 shots on target and Girona had 2 and they scored twice. No. It was well deserved for Girona, and they played incredible. They gave their soul like that. I really like to see a team playing like that, giving everything when playing against big names. I wish Celtic will give tomorrow or when they play against Bayern Munich, because like that I will see big men happy also.
Well, I was going to say, like, maybe it would have affected people's ACCA bets, the Real Madrid loss. But I think that they also probably too low that most people hopefully wouldn't have included it in their accumulator bet. What do you think?
I think, they ruined a lot. I'm also, I know what is happening in the field. I am in the industry for a long time and having also another project with a bookie, with a Bitcoin, betting on Bitcoin. So yeah, a lot of people lost with Real Madrid. And guys, that all our friends are commenting on the live chat, Champions League shows will be exactly after this show. So we are previewing Tuesday matches with Big Man and Flash, and Wednesday matches with Big Man and Alex. Of course, Natalie is hosting it. But about Real Madrid, I think it was time for the bookies to make another amazing weekend. They had some poor weekends, the bookies lately. So they need from time to time stuff like that to happen, just in case they will be at the end of every month on profit. But if you're following Team Bankroll week after week, the Premier League punters and the best bets were on profit. So the bookies are not on profit with the Team Bankroll.
Mm-hmm. One thing as well, for obviously the Real Madrid loss did send their odds. They're now 4.5 to win La Liga. Barcelona now has dropped 1.57. Obviously now value has gone for Barcelona. I know it was discussed in last week's the Weekly Kickoff. Barcelona, are they really looking like the title winners, or is it still enough time for Real Madrid to turn it round? Big man, what do you think?
No, I don't think there is. And they're 8 points back. They've had trouble defending. They didn't even really try in the second half, I didn't think. I mean, I don't know. Listen, Girona's a nice story, really are, but you cannot lose to them ever, under no circumstance.
Exactly.
And this is the second time we've seen this team lose against, they lose to Real Betis and they lose to Girona. Girona are the new boys. I mean, they're a small little team. It should never happen. And Alex said it perfectly. The truth of the matter is Ronaldo has been shockingly bad in the La Liga this year. Among the 5 leagues, he's dead last in conversion rate shot wise. He's not scoring goals. He has 1 goal in 6 matches. And look, we'll hope he shows up for Real Madrid this week. He usually does. I don't think they have any chance. They're too far back, and Barcelona hasn't lost. And I'm not sure in this league there are not going to be many options for them to lose.
Hmm.
Could I see them on a random day going athletic, going losers? Sure. Madrid will be tough, but at that point in December when they play Real Madrid, it might be over by then. I just,
8 points.
it's, yeah, you can't be losing. If you want to win a league, you cannot lose to teams like Girona. You just can't. And I mean, Girona, we can lump in with the bad teams of the world. I mean, they're not Benevento, but they're a team you should never lose to ever.
They're
Yeah,
not
8 points in
Benevento.
8 points in 10 rounds. It's a lot for Real Madrid to
Yeah, it is,
be
especially in
behind
this league.
Barcelona,
Right.
especially in this league. Exactly. Ronaldo is really poor in La Liga, as Big Man mentioned, but he's the top scorer in Champions League together with Harry Kane,
Hmm.
5 goals each. And remember that Tottenham and Real Madrid are equal on number of points, goals scored, goals conceded. Kane with Ronaldo are top scorers after 3 rounds. So huge potential in that match.
Final thing I do want to discuss is Serie A betting. From a betting perspective, it seems that we have turned our attentions to Serie A this season. What has made it more compelling and more profitable, Serie A? Alex, what do you think?
Yes, we're not looking at how you say that type of catenaccio from Syria lately in the last years. No long balls anymore. A lot of creativity in the middle. A lot of goal scoring opportunities from almost all the teams. We are not including Benevento here, but I think that they are the only one not to be included in this list. A lot of team fighting for the title, which gives us the pleasure to watch every game. Also, the mid-table teams like Chievo, like Verona, like other teams are playing really good, and exactly like Girona played against Real Madrid, small teams are playing against the big name. Juventus just found their shape, and I think that they will fight head to head. Of course, they will fight head to head with Napoli, Lazio, and Inter till the end of the season. Maybe also Roma. Let's include also Roma there. AC Milan, no chance to make a real team till the end of the season. Montella, for sure, he will be sacked from AC Milan. Yeah, we have a lot of potential. We have a lot of goals. A lot of matches with over 2.5 goals. I'm really happy when I see a Serie A match. And in terms of betting, I think that from the top 5 leagues right now, Serie A is the best for me this season.
All right, interesting. Big Man, do you second that? Are you finding Serie A profitable, or are you preferring another league right now?
17 of the 20 teams in Serie A have given up 10 or more goals. 5 have scored 20 or more. And I think a lot of it has to do with the amount of amazing strikers you have in this league. I mean, Icardi, Dybala, Immobile, Belotti, Dzeko. I mean, there's just so many good players in this league, and it's amazing. I mean, you just don't have that old lady defense like we've known from Juventus, and they're just not defending. As far as am I making money? Yeah. I mean, betting against teams like Benevento. Benevento is one of the worst teams I've ever seen in the major levels. I mean, they're just a joke. The concern for me is I truly do believe this league is fixed. I really believe that, and I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But I stay away mostly. But yeah, I mean, there's some value, sure. Overs for sure. I mean, it seems like every game, Natalie's 2-2 or 3-2 or 4-2 or something amazing. It's awesome. It's fun to watch for sure. I've often told friends of mine that don't like soccer, if you want to like soccer, find a team and make sure it's in the Serie A because you'll have a lot of fun watching it.
Yeah. Now I know Juve is your Serie A team. The
Yeah.
win to nil bet was often that with Juve last season, but this season they seem to be more on the attack, less focused on the defense. But is it so obviously that bet is probably not one to play this season. But would you say it's making Juventus's games more interesting to watch?
Oh, sure. I mean, definitely. And I mean, this is different because they played 11 matches and given up 10 goals. That's a goal a game you're giving up. I mean, it was on the regular, like you said, Natalie. It's a great point. I mean, on the regular last year, we're betting win to nils. I mean, with Juventus. I mean, that trio of Bonucci and Chiellini and Barzagli. I mean, it was perfect with Buffon. You're really starting to see Buffon's age. I mean, he's my one of my favorite soccer players ever, but it's definitely time to move on. I mean, he reacts slower. Defensively, they lose Bonucci. That hurts. They're just more creative. Adding Douglas Costa has been great. Mandzukic just played out of his mind. Dybala is a star. Yeah, I mean, they've done a good job there, Natalie, of adapting to what Serie A is. You don't have to necessarily play great defense anymore. If you can outscore, you have good strikers and a good midfield, you can win games and win a lot of games. So, listen, I'm still at the end of the day, they're still the best team, if you ask me. They still have an elite goalkeeper, even at his age, and an elite defense. So, it's going to go through Juventus 6 in a row. They're still the favorite, if you ask me.
Yeah, yeah. And before we wrap things up, then and move over to Champions League, anything more to add there, big man?
No, I've really enjoyed football this year. It's been nice just focusing. I know last year a lot of us, I know Alex does a good job of going through all the leagues, but for me, I've done doing just the Premier League. It's allowed me to really focus on that league and stay abreast to it. And I've enjoyed it. I do want to also mention, Natalie, Celtic broke the record held by an old Celtic club. They've won or lost. They haven't lost in 61 straight games. Amazing stuff. Again, it's all about that league though, but overall, I've enjoyed doing the Premier League punters and doing this show as well. It's been great.
Yeah, Premier League punters will be back on Wednesday. Alex, anything to add before we close and move over to the next video?
Yeah, I want to thank to all the guys that are watching us Monday, every Wednesday, and every Thursday. Don't forget that we have also Tuesday Europa League with Big Man and myself. We are presenting you the best bets from Europa League on Thursday. Alex, Mitchell, Alert, Pat, Dale, thank you guys. John, thank you guys for showing up in every show. And it's good to have you back, Natalie. Welcome back, and don't leave us anymore.
Amen.
Not going anywhere. All right, guys, thank you so much. And yes, of course, everybody who's watching, love the comments, love your support there. And we'll see you on the next video. Guys, I'll see you there.
Thank you.